Hi, and welcome to my API Summit 2024 Hackathon submission. My name is Andrew Q. I'm the CTO of QuadCore. I'm submitting a new Kong plugin called the AI Sentiment Wiretap plugin. Well, what exactly is that? Let's have a look. There is an enterprise integration pattern called the wiretap pattern. This effectively intercepts a message going from a source to a destination and allows you to send that off to another destination without interrupting that original flow of that request going through to the destination, and you can do whatever you want with that. So what are some use cases for this particular plugin? Well, three use cases. One is monitoring, so being able to inspect a particular message and decide on something you want to do with it. The next one is auditing. Maybe for compliance reasons you need to send a copy of the message somewhere else, maybe to a REST endpoint. And then the third one is troubleshooting, being able to see what happened for what the message looked like, and being able to maybe send that to a troubleshooting platform as well. So how does this work within Kong? Well, I've written the plugin to integrate with OpenAI and Atlassian Jira. Effectively, the message's body gets sent to OpenAI to calculate a sentiment. Based on the sentiment, an issue within Jira gets created, the priority set based on the sentiment of that particular text calculated by the LLM. So what are some real world use cases for this? Well, effectively a real world use case would be a company that is sending reviews or allowing users to review particular products. Depending on the sentiment of the review that gets sent up to their backend, they may have a team that wants to contact those particular users or those particular customers to find out what the problem is, allowing them to improve customer experience. If the sentiment is negative, the issue is higher up in that particular project, almost sets in the priority of who needs to be contacted based on the reviews that are being calculated. So let's have a look at this plugin in action. I've uploaded this plugin to Kong Connect. As you can see here, the Jira AI Sentiment Wiretap plugin. Going into this plugin, there are a number of fields. I've got a debug field which sets the sentiment in the return header, the response header. I've got fields for Jira to set your cloud domain as well as authenticate with token and username and set the Jira project. The issue type, on what type of issue within Jira it creates. The model in OpenAI that gets used to calculate the sentiment, as well as the token, and then the sentiment trigger level. So setting it to negative, only negative sentiments create issues within Jira. If I set it to positive, almost like a log level, then everything from positive to negative gets created. So let's jump in and have a look at this in action. What I've got here is my Kong project on the left-hand side, and I've got Postman on the right-hand side. I am going to send this request off to my Kong root with the text, "This is the best place I've been to in years, highly recommended." So I'm going to send that request off. Looking at the headers, you can see here a positive sentiment has been returned. Now looking in Kong, we can now see here that a ticket gets created with a low priority, and I've just put the sentiment in the title as well, just for sanity's sake, to be able to see what's being created. Now let's go with the neutral sentiment. So the text is, "This was neither good nor bad, but will probably return." So let me send that off to the Kong endpoint. It's coming back with a sentiment of ambient in this case. And there we go, ambient. It gets sent with a low priority. So it is higher in priority than the positive one. And finally, a negative sentiment. "This is rubbish." So send that off. I will get a response back from that. Look at the headers. The sentiment is negative. And looking in Kong, there we go. I've got a negative sentiment, and that is at the highest priority within Jira. So that effectively is the demo of the API Hackathon submission. Thank you very much for your time, and I've got all my contact details up on the screen if you would like to contact me to discuss this in any way. Thank you.